Hey. Welcome to Spitz Wild Beer Review. Jammer.
Yeah, Shag Dog and Jammer, the Spinners Wild Beer. uh, I'm doing a re-review on Westbrook's Oktoberfest. I think they're out of Columbia or somewhere in South Carolina.
Westbrooke Oktoberfest. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I'm doing Bell's Oktoberfest beer, Marzen.
Bells.
I figured we'd take a break and do the two Oktoberfest beers. Since you had one and I had one, why not do them together?
Right.
Um,
That is true.
Here is the cap for all you cat pervs out there. Nothing on the interior. Just the exterior, people.
Right, Jammer. And your beer is by Bell's Brewing Company by Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's a Marzen, 5.3% ABV. And crafted as a flavorful session beer and a perfect for autumn, Oktoberfest spends a full 6 weeks fermenting with herbal hops aromas. This balanced amber lager focuses on lightly toasted malts that lend the body without too much sweetness. Perfect for a week-long wedding celebration in Germany or the start of the Michigan autumn.
This says right here, fall is my favorite time to drink beer. The weather turns cooler. There's a bounty of foods, and beer just seems to taste better. I hope you enjoy this traditional beer as much as I do. Prosit! And it's the guy Bell, whatever, who created the brewery.
Yeah. Any relation to Atlantic Bell or anything?
I have no clue.
Okay. This is from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. It's 5.5%, 82 on Beer Advocate. On this one, it says a Marzen beer Oktoberfest style amber lager brewed with Vienna, Munich, and Karamunich malts and lightly hopped with German Perle hops. The Bavarian lager leaves a clean malt focused beer, perfect for drinking by the liter outside in the cool fall weather.
I did my pose time. I did my posing.
Oh, did you have pose?
I did my pose. Want me to do it again?
Shit. All right, let's pour it. This one I reviewed it back in October, and it does have a Marzen. It's considered a Marzen, but it does have a little bit of the fest beer flair to it also. Almost tastes like a combination to both.
I always like a chance to taste Marzens and the Oktoberfest type beers and everything in general. I like the fest beers. I like the Marzens and Oktoberfest. My favorite, of course, is Hackashore, but I do like trying these others and seeing what they have to offer. Some are pretty good, and some just miss the mark. Let's hope that this goes well.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Jammer fan.
Who are you, Grizzly Jammer fan? Yes. Welcome. Uh-oh.
What's
Welcome
up?
to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review.
Hey guys.
It's cold over there, huh?
Here's a little bit weird.
But he's got the fan on.
Yeah. It's because have you guys ever been in that situation where you have one room in the house that's super hot, like because of the way that HVAC works? Yeah. So it's like cold outside of this room, but I have to turn a fan on so I don't start sweating. I don't know. I decided I had to jump into this room. It's like my little man cave, safe haven room because I was like, I thought if I turned you guys down again to come on, you guys would never talk to me again. So.
That's the best room if you want to sweat your balls off. That's the room to go to.
Yeah. It's a room where a lot of balls happen. It's it's where balls happen, guys.
Balls happen and slapping.
But no, man, I've been watching your guys like videos, your guys live stuff. I've been watching it all, man. So sorry I couldn't come on before this. I don't have anything exciting, but I grabbed my only beer I have in my fridge, which is Rocky Mountain Outlaw from Tivoli Brewing. It's $15.99 for a 24-pack right now in my market. Wow. And it's a craft lager, so it's not like it's a macro. It's an all grain craft lager. So
sounds interesting.
Is that a moose head on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think they tried to totally rip off Moosehead, and they just put that Moosehead on there.
Yeah.
It's probably the cheapest craft beer in Colorado. It's not exactly a great beer, but it's cheaper than Bud Light, and it's better.
Oh well, if it's better,
Yeah.
and it's cheaper, well, that already got my attention. Because
My
Bud
head's
Light,
not
I
right.
could care less about.
I'm gonna go grab a glass though, guys, so I can at least not be a heathen. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw Shag Dog's thing and I was like, I gotta jump on, otherwise they're gonna write me off forever.
Yeah, look at that. That's still the same color, golden orange color. Perfect
Yeah.
for Marzen. Perfect.
Yeah, I got the same going on here. Nice copper, golden orange.
And this
rusty
head has
looking.
been lasting, Shag Dog. Look at that head.
Yeah. I don't think I gave mine a really good pour, so I got just a film on the top, but that's okay.
Mine's been clinging on.
I lost all the vitamins and minerals.
I smell a little of the Marzen type sweetness, toastiness, breadiness. It's going to be interesting to taste, I'm sure.
Yeah. This has all the qualities of a good Marzen, and then with those German Perle hops, you get a little bit of a hop presence there. So it's a really nice one. This is one I did back in October. I was pleasantly surprised. That's why I wanted to bring you one, because I thought you would like this, and I forgot to bring it to you when I visited Florida. But
Yeah, you conveniently forgot it.
yeah. So I had 2 left. I drank one doing karaoke a couple weeks ago, and now this one. So you're out of luck now. Till next year.
Ah, okay. Jammer fan, you're up.
What's funny is I reviewed this beer like a year ago with Shag Dog.
Yeah.
They renamed it. It used to just be called Outlaw. Now it's Rocky Mountain Outlaw, but they wanted to say a Mile High beer, but they couldn't, they were going to get sued by Miller, so they just dropped the GH. It's Mile High, like HI light beer.
Yeah.
And it finally has a page on Beer Advocate. I actually, weirdly enough, earlier read the reviews, not even knowing I was going to be on here. And it seemed the consensus seems to be it's a pretty yeasty lager. So people say that it's got like for a 4.2%, 4.2% American light lager, not an adjunct lager. It definitely has like a lot of the yeast though. Like you can smell that lagery smell.
Yeah.
And it has the hops of probably like a 5% Pilsner, like a German or a Czech Pilsner. So it actually has a surprising amount of grassiness and that biscuitiness. I want to say it doesn't have the nutritional information, but I guarantee you this is like way more calories than like a Bud Light, because it definitely has a sweetness. It has a full mouthfeel, and it's not like they're just trying to make it as dry as possible and hit like 100 calories or 95. Just get those numbers. So it's not a beer if you don't want to be fat, I don't think. But
well, no beer.
Yeah.
You have to eliminate beer, and then you'll lose 30 pounds.
Actually, I've lost 11 pounds over the past 2 weeks. I've been just cutting back on drinking, exercising, stuff like that. So,
you've been exercising, you said?
Yeah.
You should have lost more then.
In 2 weeks, I thought 11 pounds was good.
No, I was just messing with you. No, I mean, if you see those commercials all the time. Work out 30 minutes a day for 3 times a week, and you'll lose using the Bowflex.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well, if you work out 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, even without the Bowflex, you should be losing weight.
Yeah.
If you were going from nothing to something, then you should be losing weight.
A lot of people, when they start to work out, if you're doing the same calorie intake, you're going to lose weight. But most people start taking more calories in when they're working out, so that's why they don't lose weight, really.
Oh yeah.
Because you're feeling hungry, you're like burning some calories. You're like, I got to replenish that, so you over replenish it.
Well, luckily, I'm doing Body by Biden, and calories are expensive. Sorry,
Body by Biden.
I know you guys don't like to do politics. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's like Body by Biden,
Pretty soon, when you start rambling, I'll be like, yeah, he's there.
No, you guys know I'm middle of the road. In fact, I was very surprised when it was like they found the classified info docs with Biden, because I'm like, oh, now the hypocrisy is like on full tilt,
Oh, You see it now, don't you? They didn't have the FBI raid his house.
Yeah. Now it's like I was like, ooh, that was like.
And it was in a garage.
I was afraid. Like my dad lives in Florida, and he's pretty Republican. And I was just after that happened, I was like, I don't want to talk to him for like 2 weeks.
Does your dad live next door to Trump or
no?
Mar-a-Lago?
He's in Estero. Do you guys know where that is? It's a little bit, I guess, east of Fort Myers. Like when I visit them, I fly into the Fort Myers airport, and then they pick me up, and it's like 20 minutes away. So
yeah, that's
you
not
should visit Jammer next time you come in.
That's not too far away from St. Pete, Largo, Clearwater.
About 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah. I'll definitely hit you up, Jammer. Next time I'm out there, it'll probably be.
He'll drive down to meet you, Jammer fan, because he did it with Ronald Riot. He'll do it with you.
What about you, Shag Dog? Maybe you need to drive all the way too if I go out there.
That's a horrible drive. I'm getting too old. When I drove, I was like, man, next time I come to Florida, I'm going to drive 4 or 5 hours, stop, get a hotel room, and then finish the last 3-4 hours the next day.
Man, you're pathetic.
I know.
But here's my beer, and it's in my patented Big Beaver mug, Big Beaver Brewing.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a Big Beaver.
And it said that their tagline is "Bout Got Her Licked," and it has like this little beaver on it.
As long as that beaver has a big flapper. Wait, never mind.
Well, unfortunately, this brewery finally closed.
It might not sound right.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, my beer, you can tell, guys, it's not as I'm jealous that you guys have like a dark, real kind of beer.
Just to keep continuity, Shag Dog, don't drink.
I've been drinking.
Oh, my God. You're trying to catch up before we even get you behind.
Do an aroma on it? You guys want me to do an aroma?
You need to do a pose. An aroma.
I'm going to do a pose.
Wait, hold on.
Wait. Okay.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on. Just with the can, too. Like I get the moose in there.
Label out.
Somehow. Yeah, hold on.
All right.
Label out.
I think it'll work. Man.
All right, yeah.
You got to do that at the beginning. Yeah, my aroma. It smells like a Marzen, but I definitely pick up that hops, the Perle hops that are in there. It's got the bready, Marzen-y, a little bit of caramel, toasty caramel. It's a really good one. I like this one because it's like a Marzen, but it has some fest beer qualities in it. I guess probably because of those hops. I don't know.
Yeah.
Love it.
Go ahead, Jammer fan, because I already did mine.
Oh yeah, like so luckily, unlike Bud Light, you can actually smell something, and it cheated that I read some reviews today because whenever you read some reviews, you can kind of like cross-reference that with your head, and I feel like you get more notes it's like subliminal, but
yeah,
there's like a sweet corn and kind of like candied berry aroma. There's a sweetness there. And it's not very dry. This is like probably the least dry, like macro kind of looking lager I've ever had. Cause like they're not going for low calorie, on this. It's sweeter. Yeah. And then there's just like a little bit of like yeast. Like you guys know, like when you smell a Belgian beer, you get that yeast hit. It's like that, but it's like an American yeast. It's weird. Cause it's like, you get that like baking bread in an oven kind of like, smell. It's interesting.
I did this Advent beer earlier that was a Belgian wheat beer or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And it had like a diacetyl.
Okay. Maybe this has a little bit of that diacetyl too, that like butterscotchy, sweet. Yeah.
And it also had, like you said, that the wheat type flair, it was weird. Yeah. And the oatmeal stout I did by them was really weird because it was very medicinal. It didn't have any kind of – it had some coffee notes and slight – but very faint. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know if you like that can. It's got like a little German hat on it. All their cans look like this. It just says Westbrooke, the type of beer it is, and it's usually without the hat, of course, but – just a weird label like that, different colors, same on all the beers, a yellow or whatever.
Nice.
That's their label. Label out.
Well, I mean, you got a moose head, you got a hat. I got bells.
Hey, yeah. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wing. There's 3 bells there, so that's 3 angels right here also.
Exactly. And we're 3 together, so we're all angels.
Yeah.
So Bell's reminds me a lot of Founders, and I had a really good Founders beer the other day because they're another Midwest brewery. Do you guys get Founders distribution out there? Like, do you guys?
We've got a few, not a big
lot.
selection.
Like 3 or 4 maybe I've seen down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Well, I've seen 1 or 2 here in South Carolina, but yeah.
I just had from Founders, they released a wheat beer. It's a wheat wine. I don't know if you guys have ever had it's like a barley wine, but it's made with wheat. It's called a wheat wine.
I like barley
and it was cool, man. It was like a 12.8% wheat beer that was aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels or something. It was very interesting. It was kind of like a stout, like a blonde stout, right? Because you didn't have the roasty character, but you had something that was barrel aged, so you still had the barrel. So
yeah. But, man, you're really drinking it, and here I am sitting back and holding off on drinking. Well, I'm going to drink it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Yeah, good.
Hey, salute.
Are these new beers for you guys? Have you guys had these before? I swear you guys have had maybe the Bells before.
I've done this one before. I did that one also that Jammer has back in October or whatever.
So okay.
I didn't know he had it. I would have saved that one, but yeah.
Yeah.
I saw your guys' original video when Shag Dog was drinking the non-alcoholic
Guinness Zero.
The Guinness Zero. I might be able to come on with you guys more if I can bring on an NA brew every now and again. I can't always drink because of what's going on, but I've actually been into the craft non-alcoholic stuff. I had the Guinness, and I don't know if you guys have had Heineken Zero. It's another one of those zero. I think it's actually 0% though. It's actually pretty good, man. It tastes like real Heineken, even though I don't like Heineken that much. It's like it tastes like beer.
Yeah,
I like Heineken on draft. Surprisingly, if you ever find it on draft, it's pretty.
It does taste better on draft, that's for sure.
Yeah. I went to a Christmas party years ago, and they had Heineken at the bar I went to on draft, and I was like, "Wow, this is the best Heineken I've ever had in my life."
Yeah.
So I always wondered those mini kegs they have if it would taste the same.
Yeah. That light was blasting me out, guys. I'm going to try to do a better lighting thing here.
I had to run and check the food. I'm cooking at the same time as I'm drinking. So.
Yeah.
I always drink when I cook. So.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
I'm officially in the man cave now. So
I like to incorporate different hobbies together.
I can't do my other hobbies on camera.
Jammer, I cook a lot.
That's one of them. That's what I'm best at.
You guys,
left hand or right hand?
Hey, if you do it like a left hand, it feels like somebody else is doing it.
Have you guys cooked more since the pandemic? I've cooked a lot more since the quality of restaurants has gone down and it's
what pandemic?
The plandemic.
Yeah,
I like that one. Plandemic. Yeah.
Well, I ordered a pizza maybe a month ago and it was like $32 with tax and tip and delivery fee.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
and I was like, okay, I'm not ordering pizzas anymore.
If that's not a gourmet pizza from a 5-star restaurant, then what the hell is it?
You're in Colorado, though. That's a very rip-off state, really.
That's a high altitude. They know that you're you're one of those captured. What is that? What's the word? Word's the phrase I'm looking for?
It's like a cornered market or something like that. Captive audience kind of thing.
Captive audience. That's what I'm looking at. Because you are there. You got everybody that's getting high, getting the munchies. Yeah. What is the first thing they think of? Either chips or pizza, right?
Well, look at the elevation. The pizza should rise by itself with the elevation, the air pressure, or whatever.
Yeah, you guys are right.
I paid a captive audience either way. Here's
2 pizzas here from Marco's was about $45-$50.
That's still pretty expensive, man.
Yeah. It's still it's crazy.
I'm starting to get like my brother now. We're making pizza now. It's a lot cheaper.
I did too. I made pizza the other day myself.
I made pizza the other day myself. I just got some I had some flour at home. I bought some of the yeast packets and I just followed the directions and made it and rolled it out and just put cheese and sauce on it. It wasn't like that hard, really, right? It's like,
Yeah.
What's really funny is I actually used turkey pepperoni.
Oh.
no, that's a good idea, man. Cuts out a lot of the cholesterol and
Yeah,
bad
but
parts of the regular.
gas.
And the salt cuts out the
Yeah,
salt.
salt too, yeah.
Did you have
I was
gas?
so surprised because it tastes just like pepperoni.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? I'm like, oh wow, this is pretty cool. And I made that pizza, and it turned out great. I was like, oh,
I did one week. It's the kind you fold out. It's already the crust
yeah.
is already you
Yeah.
fold out. It's like a
Bread.
rectangular shape. I don't like rectangular. And I put some. I bought I forget the spaghetti
Stouffer's
sauce, but they got their own
stuff.
pizza sauce,
Yeah.
fire roasted. I threw that on there. I forgot what other toppings I threw on there, but the crust, it was all right, but the crust part wasn't as good. But then my maid, she bought the stuff from Publix. You know, do you ever when you get the pre-made dough, you just got to toss it out flat. You know, toss
Yeah,
it. It's
Publix
already good to
does
go.
do that. Publix does pre-made pizza.
Yeah, the crust. Yeah, and it comes in a ball, and you just got to flatten it out, toss it. It's already got everything in it. You know, you don't have to do nothing else besides get it rolled out. And she did that, and the crust was superb. I mean, it was superb. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys: do you not agree that there's two big factors when it comes to pizza? One, the crust,
Yeah.
Right.
and two, the cheese.
Yeah. I'm more big on the sauce, actually.
Well, the sauce too. I mean,
I'm a
I
big sauce
I
guy.
think sauce and cheese are like right next to each other.
Yeah. Cheese is
But
all
if you
right as
don't
long
have
depending on
the
what type of cheese.
I'm sorry, if you buy the Publix or regular store Sargento mozzarella, it's not
Yeah.
going to be the same as
Right.
buying a real like Polio or one of those others that are real mozzarella
Yeah.
cheese.
Well, Sargento's better than Kraft.
Yeah,
Well, guys, I will say that after like knowing a lot of people who make really good pizza, they say how you cook it is one of the biggest determining factors. And I know somebody who has a propane powered. They make these mini backyard pizza ovens now that get up to 900 degrees. And I will say that ovens don't get hot enough. Really, it ends up making it like too like a brick. Like it's not soft and fluffy like it is that pizza oven. You know, like
My brother bought one of those, and then he went back to the regular oven. He said the regular oven is better
you
than
just didn't
that.
like it. Huh.
Yeah. My brother makes a good pizza, but he doesn't like a lot of sauce on it, so it's very sauceless. It's kind of dry.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of sauce on
when
it.
I ordered pizza from the pizza chains and all that stuff, I would always order with extra sauce. And the reason why I'd order extra sauce, one, because they never put enough. Two, because if I get extra and I put some in the fridge, when I go back, it's not going to be all dry and cardboard.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to have some sauce that's still there, you know.
A good pizza is a pizza from delivery, a pizza that you put in the microwave and it tastes great out of the microwave. But there's not too many pizza companies that have that. There might be one or two, but you put that shit in the microwave and it tastes better than it did when you got it, then that's a good pizza.
Well, the Spitter Swallow pizza
I like-
review.
Same thing with lasagna. You get somebody who makes lasagna, it'll be really good. But if you wait a day after they cook it,
Oh, yeah.
even rebake it, not even the microwave, rebake it. The second day, it tastes a lot better for some reason. I'm not sure.
All
why,
the
but-
flavors have time to meld.
Yeah,
together.
they all meld together. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a curry or anything else. You
Oh,
marinate
yeah.
something,
Curry.
yeah.
Biryani, all these
Yeah.
different things. Yeah.
I like to think
Barbecue. Freaking
it's not Jammer
barbecue.
fan.
Yeah, barbecue.
We got two viewers, and one of them's not Jammer fan. So
Oh.
thanks to our
Yeah,
two
'cause I'm-
viewers.
You're gonna claim that it's me again, right?
It could be Shag Dog fan. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll never solve the mystery of Shag Dog fan, will we?
One or two comments Shag Dog fan left, and that was it. Never saw
Yeah.
Shag Dog fan. I know it had to be one of you guys. I don't know.
It wasn't
I
me.
knew each other.
I
You guys
wouldn't do that.
You guys want to know why I came up with the name Jammer fan?
Yeah, because you are.
A Shag Dog fan was taken.
Well, no, it's obviously because, like, I was like, when I first started watching the show, I think I generally kind of had a tiny bit more in common with Jammer, but I also knew that it would drive Shag Dog crazy. And then for
I thought him or his sister made a second account. They were doing, oh yeah, he didn't know exactly where he lived. He lives in Arizona. I'm like, oh yeah, right, yeah, it's your sister. Come on, no, you can't fool me.
It had to have been funny to listen to us talk about it.
It was, and it was funny how much Shag Dog It's funny because Shag Dog hated me. I think for 3 or 4 years.
I didn't hate you. I thought you were fake. I thought it was him or his sister.
And then what's funny is that during I won't say the pandemic, during this past rough couple of years, Shag Dog and I have actually become pretty good friends on Facebook. I talk to Shag Dog a lot, so it's kind of funny.
He's more of a Shag Dog fan now, but he's got the Jammer fan name. Can't change it.
That's because you're a kiss up.
Also, I think that
that's because Jammer hasn't been on here as much, as I.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a
life.
What can you say?
No,
another whole job with another beverage company that wants to treat people like shit.
Yeah,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I try to get on here at least every 2 weeks.
Let me just say this: how old are you, Jammer fan?
36.
I'll be 41 this year.
All right, so you're closer to it than me and Shag Dog, but you are actually over middle age right now.
Yeah.
Technically,
if you're lucky, you have another 35, 40 years.
Yeah,
really.
Definitely past the middle mark by a little bit. Yeah,
we're way past the cusp.
So right now, what I have to say is, if you're not doing something that you like to do or want to do, then you need to start doing it, because guess what?
Not much time left.
Yeah.
And
I feel that. Because I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I just want to downsize everything, get rid of all this junk, everything that I own. I want to just get rid of it. And I want to turn around and do something I want to do, because I've always done things for other people. It's time for me to do something for myself besides the beer review.
Yeah.
And
you gotta keep doing it.
And turn around and say hell with everything else. You know what I mean? I feel
I'm at the age where I want to sit back and relax. I don't want to work anymore like I did when I was at DoorDash.
I feel like DoorDash was better, Shag Dog, because now, man, you're locked into that schedule, and you just have
sore every day. I can't leave work whenever I want.
That's the other thing. I'm tired of people telling you have to be here at this time. You can't leave at this time.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You got to wait until so and 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 so pick their vacation before you can pick your vacation.
Right, and I'm a pretty good worker too. I don't leave work early. I never left there early, but there's some people.
Yeah, you just don't show up.
You leave early. Yeah, I haven't left early. I've only called in sick 3 or 4 times, which is pretty good for me for a year and a year and a month. I mean, when I worked at the state of Florida, I called in sick once a month. Because I had the time, so I had to give you.
Yeah, time you could use it.
Yeah.
I always imagined you two opening a bar together.
Yeah, I did too, but he's too poor.
Yeah, I need somebody who's more business minded, because I'm not very business minded at all, and Jammer is only a little business minded.
I'm business minded. I could run a bar pretty easily. Your problem is you would drink all the profits.
No, I wouldn't. I would.
Yes, you would.
I would do the. If I owned a bar or part owner, I would be a bartender. Probably, right? I'd have to get my bartender.
I see you more of the guy who just sits at the bar and.
I wouldn't want to own if I own a bar.
Looks at the girls that come in and just go.
Oh yeah, he'd be that kind of owner for sure.
No, I wouldn't.
I could see it being called Jammer's Place, even though both you guys own it.
No, it'd be
call it Jammers,
or just Jammers.
The Spitter Swallow Tavern, and we'd probably get the wrong crowd to come in.
Yeah.
Where all these guys come from? And Cheers. And Jammer knows what I'm talking about. A bar we used to go to, big karaoke bar back in our younger days, but still there, but more of a certain crowd was coming in there later on. Not a lot, but more than a handful. and they're like doing wild stuff, like sucking on dildos and weird stuff in the bar. A Christmas party one time, someone gave a guy a dildo, and one guy held it by his crotch, the other guy could slide it on his knees and put his mouth on it, and it was like weird shit going on there. I was like, okay.
Where did you see this? I'm curious on like.
Yeah, I saw that. I was at the bar that night. It happened.
Let me tell you, that place had the potential to be really successful because it was already packed on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night.
Even Sundays,
for karaoke.
But they downplayed the karaoke and went with let's put our mouths on dildos.
Hey, let's do trivia.
Yeah, I didn't mind trivia too much. It was on Tuesday night, so it wasn't like on weekends. But the problem was the DJs, because the DJs that did karaoke, they were not karaoke pro. They were like play these crappy 90s dance songs, get people on the dance floor. Okay, we're going to do one karaoke song on karaoke nights. All right, next up we got Shag Dog. Did one karaoke. We'll play 3 or 4 dance songs that nobody got out to dance to.
You'd see an empty dance floor for 3 or 4 songs, and then they'd go back to karaoke.
Yeah, and then the karaoke. At least the older karaoke DJs would try to adjust the sound. Okay, he's not the greatest singer, or his voice doesn't adjust the sounds to make you sound better. Yeah. And these ones were like, all right,
forget it.
Yeah, because I don't sound that good.
I always thought it'd be cool to own a brewery and bar.
Like a brewery / bar. Yeah.
I probably sounded better in my younger days.
And not only that, but maybe also like a little grill going into it too. Where you cook a little food and everything. Yeah.
I like to own an ethnic bar. Kind of like either.
I know what you would like to own. You would like to own a strip club.
I don't know, because I haven't been to
That'd be worse than being married, don't you know? Because now you have to deal with at least 20 or 30 girls.
Yeah, I can't deal with one woman, let alone 20 or 30.
Well, see, with that mustache, if Shag Dog got a sombrero, I can see it. Like, I think that South Carolina would be a good place to open like a Mexican food restaurant. There's not as many around there, like Shag-O-Lay or something.
On the border.
On the border. Because it got south of the border, so maybe I can do it on the border.
Yeah.
On the board. Yeah, on the border.
That's a big one. South Carolina border. Was it North Carolina? South Carolina border. It's called South of the Border.
Have you ever heard of that, Jammer fan? South of the Border.
It's a big Mexican thing.
There's a website for it, and you'll see what we're talking about. It's an old tourist trap from back in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, it's by the military bases and stuff, like border South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe even.
And one of the big things that we used to do as kids, because me and my sister, we would be traveling on our family vacation, driving, my dad, mom, and you would see this billboard 500 miles away from the south of the border. Nice. And they would say, south of the border. Pedro, whatever, I forget some of the things that they would say.
Even in Florida, you had a different one. The topless coffee shops on I-75. You'll have billboards about the topless coffee shops. When you're on your way down towards Gainesville, Ocala. Yeah.
But south of the border was real popular, and so one of the games that we used to play as we're driving is if you see a sign and you yell Pedro or south of the border, okay, you got a point.
Yeah.
And then you'd see how many signs you could call off before the other one called it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we always used to tease my mom that my mom would pay $10 for every billboard you find.
The only reason I knew about south of the border before I moved down to Florida is because when my brother visited, I was in South Carolina for basic and AIT, but I didn't go to the border.
Yeah.
Of course. But my brother, was with his friend in the Army down in North Carolina. They weren't gay lovers. They were just friends. But he stayed down there with them for a few months, and they went to south of the border or whatever, the restaurant. So that's how I knew about it, south of the border. They had got to took a picture.
They sell a bunch of fireworks. They have a few motels. They have a big sombrero tower that you can go up in and look out upon everything. And
they have a mule.
Yeah. They have a few things there,
Donkey show. No, they don't have that.
Well, I guess you'll have to go up. You also look like a Super Mario brother with that mustache. So I guess you're going to have to go with an Italian restaurant, like a
I'd really love to grow a real mustache. Like I wish I could.
Shaggiolis,
Yeah. You know how I got my nickname Shag Dog, don't you?
yeah, because you were a dog and you were shaggy.
I don't know. I don't know the story. I don't know.
No, when I was in high school, when I moved from Pennsylvania or New York to Pennsylvania, me and my brother in drafting class together, some guy from North Carolina came about 2 weeks after we started there, and he's like, you know what? You look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. With his North Carolina, I can't do a North Carolina draw, but anyhow, that's how I got Shaggy.
Well, you're in South Carolina, so you should be pretty close to it.
Right. But Shaggy, they knew it a little bit in the Army. So somehow somebody wrote me Shaggy Spencer, a damn letter they sent me. So someone in my first unit found out, oh, you're Shaggy. That's your nickname? Yeah. Started calling me Shaggy. Panama, same thing. I got to Fort Hood, Texas. I shut the shagginess down. I was like, nobody said Shaggy. I got out of the Army, moved back to Pennsylvania, went down to Florida, started hanging out with Jammer. Hey, we go bowling. Oh, okay. We drink beer. Oh, yeah, I'll be there. And in the morning after work. But I started bowling with them in the league, and they're like, you got to put your nickname on your bowling ball. You got to get engraved. I was like, I don't want Shaggy. Shaggy or Boner with my two nicknames.
Boner.
Yeah. And Jammer came up with Shag Dog. He was like, well, put Shag Dog. That sounds cool. And I was like, yeah, it does sound cool. That's better than Shaggy.
Did I actually come up with it?
Yeah, you came up with that. Yeah.
Wow, I came up with it, man.
Because I was Shaggy. I don't want
so you wouldn't be Shag Dog if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to put Shaggy. And you're like, well, how about Shag Dog?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And everybody came up with different names for Shaggy because when I was in the Army, too, a couple guys said Shagarama, Shagster, Shag of this, all these
Shagster's all right.
Yeah.
And Jammer, if you think about it, I know that Shag Dog technically started Spitter Small Beer Review, but you came on and you vamped it up. You did the logo, you did everything. So you can tell Shag Dog
I did
the channel and that you gave him his name.
Yeah,
I came up with the logo idea. Jammer got the logo done, but I came up with the idea of
I drew it. Those two stick figures are mine.
Yeah, but I came up with the idea of like one chugging a beer, one spit, one out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But you should see the picture. I wish you still had the pictures of the guy that did the stuff for you. He's like, how about this one? A guy on his knees with the other guy pouring a beer into his mouth and a whole bunch of weird shit.
It was very sexual.
Yeah, I was like, it's not the gay beer review. It's spit or swallow. Spit the beer out or swallow it. Yeah.
Do you guys, by chance, want to do some scores? I got to eat dinner in a little bit here. So I want to, finish our beers. I just want to get a solid episode, like a complete episode in with you guys,
Oh, yeah. Well, the scores on mine, I'd actually give mine a B minus. It was tasty. It had the caramel, the toastiness, the Marzen type flavors and everything like that. I like it. Minus? Bell's has been a very good brewery, in my opinion.
I like Bell's.
Overall, with all the different beers they've had.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good representation of a Marzen.
Yeah. This is one of the best.
A full swallow.
Oh, nice.
Still going, Jammer?
No, I'm done.
Oh, this is one of the best Marzens I've had, especially made in the South. Anywhere below the Mason-Dixon line, this is probably the best. Besides, a little bit difference between the Hurricane there in Florida. What the hell is it? Hurricane Brewery? I forget the name of that one, but
what are you talking about? Cigar City?
The one in Dunedin or whatever else. Not Cigar City, but whatever else. The Hurricane Oktoberfest, whatever hell it's called down there in Florida. This is the best in the South. Friggin' A minus and a swallow.
Wow.
Well, this is just a very I'll try to get the outlaw. Like this beer is very weird because it's called Rocky Mountain Outlaw, but that name's not anywhere on here. It just says Outlaw, the Mile High beer.
That's good.
But I'm actually going to start off by saying like if it's a swallow or whatever. I'm actually giving it a Swarter because I think it's really easy to drink. It's really nice there. But
what's a Swarter?
A swallow and a quarter.
Thank you.
Yeah,
For our fans that don't know,
I'm not a rookie. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. But I rarely see a swaff. You guys haven't done a swaff for a while.
We get some swats on there, but once in a while, yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those rare times where it's a swarter, but the score's a C+ because it's like not like a blow your socks off beer that really has,
it's not spectacular, but hey, it's easy to drink.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get lazy. I just say swallow. I can't go in all the, especially this far in.
I never knew the name for like what's a double swallow.
Just a double swallow. We can't
Swallow.
we can't say a dewallow or something. Dewallow or something.
We have some stipulations.
Jennifer did make up one last time you were on because we were like Swarter, Swaff, and there's something else you made up.
Yeah, you did come up with something if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Half a swallow or maybe it was a spit. You came up with something. Well, we only call it this. Well, how about you call it that? And I can't remember what the hell was now.
Yeah.
Well, Shagdog, how about this? How about we call a double swallow one of your exes that you really don't like?
No, because that would only be half a swallow. Because I give a half a shit about all my exes. But anyhow.
But I'm done, fellas. Like, boom, we're all. Shagdog actually finished his beer. I don't know what's in the Shagdog tonight. He's been like drinking for a couple hours.
I know he's on it. He's
beverages in a row.
Stuff.
I did 4 Smirnoffs and then a Pabst coffee, 5 malt beverages. I mean, he's
easy. Like back to vintage Shagdog, where he actually drank a bunch of stuff.
Are you guys should do one more, man, because I want to throw
I think
it on.
what it is, Jennifer, is I'm actually allergic to hops or barley. Because when I drink malt beverages, I don't get too bad. When I start drinking the beer, I think it's the hops. I'm allergic to hops, I think.
So you're saying you're going to stop drinking beer?
I'm going to keep going until I get allergic again.
Are you guys going to do another one, or are you guys tapping out? I have to go eat dinner.
I'd go all night. I got like
another advent at least. Number 14 I got to get to at least, so I can.
Yeah, I'll be on the comments, and I'll say something more than just like, yo, hey, guys, or whatever.
Hey, if you want to get back on, you only have to drink. You just get on there and talk smack if you want.
I got to go, hang out with my better half and make dinner.
Oh, tell her to get on with you. Say, better half, I would be a better person if you get on with me. Yeah.
Jammer fans better half account.
Plus, you would make Shagdog and Jammer famous by getting on with them.
Well, maybe next time, guys. But I didn't bail on you. I came on. I didn't bail on you guys tonight, though. I came on. I was like, I'm gonna come on for one beer. I came on, man.
We got you. I love how big your goatee's getting.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I need to I'm actually going to be going back on the job market soon, so I'm just enjoying having my Grizzly Adams thing before I got to shave and look all presentable,
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Going back on the job market.
Yeah.
Having to go through the interview process.
Yeah.
That's the worst right there.
I mean, I went through that just recently where I was applied for a position and got the interview. I went through 5 different people I had interviews with the same day.
Oh,
same company?
Same company.
Oh, that's too much.
In person. Now, that's not like before, when you could do and besides that, 6 because I did the first initial interview online.
Oh.
Zoom type stuff.
Oh, man, yeah.
And
my current job,
different people. Huh?
My current job is the best job interview ever. Over the phone. Asked me like 3 questions. Okay, you start on this day. I was like, really?
Are you alive? Are you on drugs?
Yeah.
Are you legal?
Do you live in the area? Okay.
You're hired.
But thanks to the Shag Dog, I appreciate it. I'll keep it as long as I can, but it's gonna get shaved off soon. But hey, guys, I love that I could come on. I'm gonna try to come on again next time you guys go. I'm gonna try not to have excuses anymore. Just come on.
Jammer fan, because you're on here, I'm not gonna
You're
edit this
welcome,
video.
Jammer fan.
Yeah, this video is not being edited whatsoever, even though it's like 45 minutes long right now.
Well, luckily, nobody got off track. I mean, I said the one Biden thing for 30 seconds, and that was it.
Yeah, we've
been
you off quick.
Clear of politics here lately.
Yeah.
You could just bleep me out. I could just be like, body by bleep.
Beer is a star. We're trying to concentrate on the star of the show.
Yeah, that's how we used to be. The star of the show.
We're trying to get back to that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I got to log off, man. I'm sorry. I got to go.
All right. We'll see you later. Thanks for joining.
If you guys
Good
keep
luck
going,
with
though,
your,
man,
job
I'll
market.
pop on in the comments while I'm making chicken.
Rejoin us again. We got the spring fling coming up in about a month or two.
Oh, nice. And I still have a couple of videos from earlier you guys did that I'll probably watch tomorrow or something. You guys
We don't know
kind of
what beers we're going to do for this.
right now. I throw it on.
We'll probably do winter beers for this.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, hey, it was good seeing you, Jammer. It was good seeing you, Shag Dog.
All right,
you guys. I appreciate you letting me come on your television program tonight.
Namaste.
All right. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Namaste. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right. All right. Let's move on, man. Let's do the next one.
Move on to the next beer jam. You deserve this.
Yeah, you deserve this. Thanks to Jammer Fan for popping on and participating and everything. And let's move on to the next exciting beer review by the Spitter Squad Beer Review, Shag Dog and Jammer.
If you made it this far, you're one of the true disciples of the Spitter Squad Beer Review.
Hey, did you know? Oh, I forgot to. Next video, I'm telling you. I'm going to go get it. And the next video, you're going to see it. All right. Take care, guys. We love y'all.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.